Lisa likes the window seat at night, the lights below that tell her she's nearly home. Then there's the lights she can't see, the runway lights we power to bring her plane safely into land. And because at Energia we also power all of Ireland's streetlights, Lisa's taxi home is that bit safer too. And no prizes for guessing who powers her house. Welcome home, Lisa. Energia, the power behind your power.
Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to WEXP 88.3 FM, where we do it better. Sponsored by Eon H2O Water. Perfect hydration, perfectly purified, perfect taste.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 on the Colors of Beauty and Business Talk Radio, where you can tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Today we started at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time on WEXP 88.3 FM at blogtalkradio.com. My name is Reyna Kartel. I am your host for this show tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful Friday and are getting ready for this weekend. Yes, because I know I am. So let's start out with giving a shout-out to the Eon Experience for having us here tonight, as well as our sponsor, Eon H2O Water. Thank you. A quick review about what you can expect from this show is a full transparency on the life of an entrepreneur, the good and the challenges of an entrepreneur, being a woman entrepreneur and how not to get burnt out and stay healthy, the importance of your mindset and how to cultivate it, the importance of different skills and energies that you need, how to correlate them when you're an entrepreneur, a guide for aspiring entrepreneurs on critical tools and build and grow your business. The topic tonight is going to be on how to create a successful, consistent content calendar for entrepreneurs. Imagine if you can reach your most important goals before noon. I know you probably just gave me a big sigh, but you can't seem to think that would be awesome, right? But you're probably asking how, Reyna, how can I get to that? Well, I'm here to tell you how that you can absolutely obtain this. I promise you, if you hear me out and follow these steps, you can go ahead and absolutely go to bed, relax, and focus on growing your business on long-term goals. Okay, so are you ready? Let's dive in on it. Now, I have always been good at time management, but my transitioning from a 9-to-5 to a full-on entrepreneur and my very own content and social media manager, well, that's all in its challenges in one. Yes, I have always been that type of person to create a honey-do list or to-do list, however you want to call it. But I didn't realize as an entrepreneur, daily tasks was far from being easy for me. So when it was time to get things in priority and just straight with my business, it was much to my realization I was getting distracted from all the smaller things to do, like DMs would come in, emails would come in, calls would come in, appointments, texting, family, kids. I mean, you name it, the list went on. So I remember many years ago, back in 2012, I went on a health journey. I did lose a lot of weight, and so I pat myself on the back for that. But I did figure out that I didn't have time, and so I said to myself, Reyna, you have to figure out a time to work out, because I was pulling some mean hours. And when I say mean hours, I was working for a Fortune 500, top Fortune 500. I was a financial representative. And when I say mean hours, I mean I was pulling in 16-hour days for overtime months end. Sometimes I had to wake up at 3 in the morning, be there by 5, on top of going to college. And I had kids, I had my family. And so, of course, that all takes a toll. So what I did was I created a hourly calendar. I put in 7 days a week, 24 hours by the hour. But I put in my time frames when I used to go to work, when I would go to college, how long it would take me to pick up the kids, school, and I had to figure out my time frames by the day and by the hour to be able to figure out my time to get healthy and everything that comes with it, which led me to realize that I had to completely do this as an entrepreneur as well. And again, it led me to realize how much time I really had and how much time I really was wasting on energy and things that I did not mean to put all my energy into. And so the first thing on my list that I will tell you that I find that a lot of us don't do, but we absolutely must do, is put an hour for yourself every morning. That means scheduling time with yourself, gifting yourself 1 hour at least in the morning before engaging on your phone. And I know it's absolutely hard because sometimes what we do is we're laying in bed and the first thing that we do is grab our phone to check our time, and then boom, we check our IG, we check our Snapchat, we check our DMs. I mean, the list goes on. So trust me, you have to make sure that you give yourself an hour or two in the morning just for yourself. I mean, just for yourself, not for your family, not for your husband, for yourself. And make sure that you really stay focused, throughout that 1 hour time, because that's going to lead you to be really focused on what you have to do throughout the day. Trust me. I have tested this, and it is absolutely true. Now, if you really want to know how I structure my day by the hour, I will put a link on my website to really talk about the structure of my dailies and weeklies and monthlies. And so that will go ahead, and I will link that up on my speaker notes through my website that I will release here this end of this Friday coming up. You guys will be able to link into my website and be able to download freebies as well. But what I wanted to tell you is I did realize structuring my days by the hour and by task really did help me increase my productivity 10 times more. Now, these, of course, are all estimated times on my calendar for me, but this helps me stay accountable to my goals and my terms. So here are my 4 tips to help you plan out an effective and efficient workday. Number 1, I would start with write down your top 5 priorities. I call this, I got my 5 on it. These are my 5 top priorities that I have to accomplish. No ifs, ands, or coconuts. Like I said, I know you guys probably say and or buts, but I call it coconuts. With these, you have to make sure your estimate times and by task from your highest priority into to the least and by time frame. So, for example, if there is one that is least priority, but the time says you can knock it out on a shorter time frame, then do that first. And that's how you want to make sure that your top 5 are prioritized by time frame and by the most important. But again, if you want to cut time and you know that you can knock it out faster and it's the least on your priority list, then that's what you want to do first. Refrain from checking your phone. This is number 2. Refrain from checking your phone when doing all this. I know it's hard, but it's a must to be able to finish all the lists. You really need to, because it's an absolute must to put in 15 minutes to check your emails, then that's it. Like if you're a blogger, your life is absolutely, you have to absolutely check your emails and your DMs, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, then I would suggest you to absolutely put 15 minutes to check your emails, and that's it. Avoid going through that spiraling effect to engage. Just put your phone down and get back to work. This is how you're going to stop that spiraling and answering more DMs, or emails. You know who emailed you, just put it away so you can get back to it on your next priority list. Number 3, create a social media calendar as well as your daily. This will help you see what the ahead move is. All you need to do is get it down and write it and keep yourself accountable. Now, I have created a calendar to help you out, and I will link that again on my website. And the number 4, the final tip to your most to create a great successful content and make sure that you're successful, that not all the people tell you, is you want to go to your social media site, let's say example IG, and go to your most popular posts on your social media site, and you're going to go ahead and start repurposing these posts, but in a different strategic way. You have to find your analytics on this, and you can definitely go to Google Analytics and figure out how you can repurpose this post. Again, now if you want help on this, make sure that you message me on my team to ask questions regarding this show and regarding any questions that you may have on this, so we can go ahead and help you. So this is just a couple of my tips to my success, but I firmly believe that the secret to success as an entrepreneur is creating a routine for your content and a calendar for yourself and keeping yourself consistent, because that's the only way that you're going to be successful, be accountable, and strategically plan out your day. The sticky notes on tonight's show will be available to download on my site at thecolorsofbeautyandbusiness.com. So thank you, everybody, for joining the Colors of Beauty and Business tonight, and stay tuned for many more topics on a full transparency of the life of an entrepreneur with your host, Reyna Kartel, on Colors of Beauty and Business. Next week's topic is, why is it important to have your own workspace at home? I know many of us just throw everything on the table, so next week is going to be a very, very good topic on why it's important to have your own workspace at home. Make sure to follow us on IG at the. I will talk to you guys next Friday at 8 p.m.